A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No, 20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Newton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So I guess right. And goes for his money.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. They wanted 6, but they got at least 6. And they mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Off play action. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Newton now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Third and long for Winston. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge gain of 40 yards on the third down conversion. Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check, check. Lucky. 30.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They fake the give. Newton. He finds his man Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Gun. I'm on. Hey, check, Mike 21. Check, Mike 21. Oh, you got dibs? Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Check. I get it.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield.
What is
take this to the
going on,
other
bro?
side of midfield before going
terrible.
out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All day.
From the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
All right.
Now it's Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike, watch the out, watch the out.
Now Winston. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston. He finds Taylor, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. Back to the ground. Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a give, right side. Woodard. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Dude, come on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. He'll pitch it back. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ready? 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Winston. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taywan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pushing his way inside the 40. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Ravens, they'll take over. An update from down in Southern California. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll run on first down. Woodard. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm done.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. Black 25. Check. Block 54. Block 54. He's good.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston got a man. It's Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Winston now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Check safety. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. White 25. 54. Rip left. Out. Mike 24. Check 24. Check 37. Check. Flip. Switch. Jam. Flip. Watch the twist.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Black 22. Check. Watch 54. Follow.
From the gun, Winston. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Ravens push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
You quit on me last year.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Yes, sir.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down
right at the 20. Last year.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Maybe he forgot to pick a play.
Still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears long.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And just shutting him off there. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Woodard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mike, number 53. White. Pick me up. Here we go. Back. Undercrush.
Right back to him on first down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Check 53, Mike. I know he ain't got it. Check 3. Follow. Check your hot read. Kill. Wide. Get wide. Slow.
On second down, Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On third down, Woodard fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
You say, "Ayo, I'll be right back." Tell Ant when he come back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now Newton on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Woodard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready? Black 25. Green, privacy. Let's go, G. Big Sears right here.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you. And
now look at him go. He's at the 30. 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Well, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
Ryan, just run the fucking ball here.
There could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called.
Move out of my way, man!
5 seconds left.
Good shit, Barkley.
Great. Watch tight end. Hey.
One last throw here for Newton. Now in desperation, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Oh, my God. I wanted to kick him before he fucking iced me.
And things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps, fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I know he ain't broadcast that motherfucker. Well, yeah. Of course, I'm early bullshit and said fuck it, but I had a couple of sweet ass motherfucking passes out that motherfucker. I was forced to let you trying some shit. A couple of sweet ass passes out that bitch and some tight ass pockets. That motherfucker dealt it.
What's up, man?
What's up? Okay. I said, dog. I said, I got 9 on muted. Hey, you sound like 9 on for a minute, dog.
Crazy shit.
Hey, dog, that motherfucker Delpit covered a lot of field, dog. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna be real, shit. I ain't even no dick rider. That's how you know I ain't even no dick rider. Why he ain't go up to X Factor like after the season he had last year? I think he led all the DBs. It must go by interceptions. I think he led all the DBs in tackles. Is every player? Oh, okay. I thought that'd be so top 5 in just any stat, but he led all the DBs in tackles. Okay, I got you. I'm like, dog, well.